Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to make a quick update here on the Nasdaq 100 because it's time to talk about how possibly this phase is resolving here. This sideways consolidation area is resolving. And there are honestly a few scenarios that could play out at the moment. So the first one I have on the chart, and I'm doing all these scenarios and I'm doing the live labeling with you here on this video right now. So it's definitely worth watching till the end, so that you don't miss any possibility that could happen here on the Nasdaq. The first one is that we topped here on the highs of the 13th of August in our circle wave 3. That means we are in a fourth wave correction, and that in this scenario it would be a WXY correction. And I made you aware of the possibilities that the Y wave could possibly take. And in this scenario, which I've labeled here on the chart, would be the Y wave in a so-called triangle, okay? That means we have done wave W, wave X, and we're now in the Y wave. And the Y wave in this scenario could turn into, and I said in the last video, like a flat correction. It could possibly turn into a triangle here, the Y wave with an A, B, C, D, E. And you want the price to break out to the opposite side of the wave E. And in this scenario, the wave 4 would be labeled here, okay? So technically, this is all valid until we break above our red line here, which is at this swinger here at around, let me just try to take it as accurate as possible, 23,815. So a break above this red line here. Let me just make it a little bit thicker so you can see it better. So that would be the invalidation line here, okay? Whenever we break above that, this scenario is not working anymore. And then we have to see, like, what are different scenarios? Different scenarios are definitely there, and I can go over that, but I want you just to be aware of this swing high here, which is very relevant for this scenario. Whenever the price is taking it, and there's one thing that I want to add also here is that we took, or touched the 88.2. And you know from my previous videos and talkings that whenever the 88.2 is touched, okay, we're very close to it. Whenever this is touched, it's obvious that we're going to take previous highs, okay? The 88.2 is measured from that high to that low here. And whenever we touch that, the possibilities increase to take this high sooner or later. It doesn't mean we have to do it right now, so that means we could get our wave C, D, E of the triangle and then go to the upside. But I really don't want the price to touch that and eventually not take this high here in this scenario. Okay, so that is the first scenario where we have our wave Y, or our correction in the wave 4 as a WXY, and the Y wave would be a triangle, okay? That's the first scenario. The second scenario is, I'm going to just remove that labeling here so we can do it together. The second scenario would be, just remove that, that's not relevant right now, that we are still in our wave X, okay? And that means that we have an A, B, C to the upside. Even though I don't like this scenario as well, because this is not clear in parts, okay? So it would really not, this looks also for me like a very clear three-wave move, okay? So that we probably have our wave A, B, and now we're doing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in this scenario, we want the price to go. So in this scenario, okay, the price would eventually break our previous high here at 23,803. And that means we are in the W, X, and the Y wave still to come. That scenario is also valid, okay? And that's why I bring it on the chart. It's unclear right now, okay? It's very unclear right now, but I just want to make you aware of this scenario as well. And the X wave could be any corrective structure, and I would label it something like that, that we have our wave A, B, and now we're in the C wave. Sorry. It would be looking like that, A, B, C. And the C wave is a 5-wave move. And the 5 waves I can probably label like this. It would be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And that eventually would bring us up into that region here between 23,999 and 24,115. And from here, I still expect the wave Y to come, okay? And that would mean, where's my wave 4 now? My wave 4 would then go down here, okay? This is also a scenario that could work out, honestly, and it's a really valid one because a wave X can be any corrective structure at the moment, and for me it still looks like an ABC to the upside, okay? And really have to tell you that it looks like an ABC. It's not, I mean, yes, the move up from the lows here, which we had, where I have the B wave labeled, would look at best as an impulse at the moment, okay? It would look best as an impulse, but it needs to be an impulse because the C wave always is an impulse. It's always a 5-wave move. And therefore, we need 5 waves up in this scenario. And that could bring us up into that region here. And now, probably we could get fooled here, and then the market turns to the downside again. This scenario is also still valid, okay? And we really have to, maybe have it in our heads that this scenario could really be the scenario that it's playing out. So we have, first of all, our wave. The first scenario which I was talking about, we have a wave W, X, and the Y wave is a triangle with further upside continuation afterwards. The wave 4 goes here. And in this scenario, we are having a W in an ABC, X, and the Y wave still to come. Okay, that scenario is also still valid, but we need more information. Okay, I cannot really tell you how this is resolving, but for me it looks like that probably we should get another wave 4 and another wave 5 to the upside. Okay, that at the moment does not look finished to me. So this scenario has, in my view, at the moment the same weighting. Okay, it only would flip to the downside if we are in this triangle in the wave Y of 4, and this would go here then. Okay, this is also a possibility. And the next one I want to talk with you about is also a valid scenario. I'm going to remove that now for us, that we know we're not getting confusing here. The next scenario is, and I have to remove that. I have to remove that. Please don't take care about these white labeling here right now. It's just on the side here. And that would suggest that we finished somehow our wave 4 and 5 here. Come on. No, the wave 4 and 5 here. And the 3 goes over here. And that scenario would suggest that we are, and that's also a possibility because, and I can show you why. We can close up for this being also a W, X, Y, okay, and the 4 would go over here now. And this is a low of some sort, and I'm going to show you why, because if I measure now extension targets from our third wave high in this scenario to the low of wave A or W, and I go to the top here of this probably irregular B wave, we nearly hit the 100%. Okay, that's also a very good target for this being a flat correction. Okay, that would then be labeled like this. This would be epsilon. This would be our wave W. This would be our wave X, irregular overshooting wave X in an ABC structure, because this is really, as I said in my last video, it's not really good looking for being a fifth wave. But anyway, it's the total outcome here is at the moment that it's not really easy to put an Elliott wave count around, but at the moment it would be looking like this. If I just remove that, so that would be our wave X, and then we have our wave Y finished at the lows of 23,030 on the 2nd of September. that would mean our wave 4 goes here. Okay, it's very, very short in price for a wave 4, but the whole move here, or the whole sideways consolidation, does fit perfectly into kind of wave 4, wave 4 looking price action. Okay, and that's why I need at the moment to still probably have this scenario on my chart as well, that our fourth wave is already done here. I really don't like that one, but it's also valid. Okay, it's also valid if I make it correctly here. Yeah, we did not really touch the 100% extension here, but it's also a valid scenario, and that our wave 4 is already done and we are off to the races in the wave 5. Okay, I don't know that yet, but these three scenarios right now I'm watching. Okay, first one, correction is still ongoing. When this is our wave 3 here, W, then the X and the Y. No, sorry, I'm a little bit wrong. W, X, and the Y wave is a triangle, and we move higher from here. The wave 4 goes here. Or at the moment, the second scenario is the one which I was talking about as well. And the third scenario is that's what's right on the chart here. Okay, so the second scenario would be that we are still in the correction. We are putting our wave X up here, so that would be a flat correction in wave X, and the Y wave still to come. There's only one scenario which I can count Elliott wise, that our wave 4, and this is a low of sorts here, that's in place, and we're looking for upside continuation only if I count it like that. Okay, that is a flat correction in A and W and X, so W, X, and the Y wave is an ABC structure, and that's the only scenario I can count this out, that it would work as a possible low here. That's a little bit stronger. It needs to be protected by the bulls, and we're now off in the fifth wave. Okay, but as I said again before, this move to the upside looks better if I count it as an ABC to the upside. And that's why at the moment this scenario for me has the lowest probabilities, even if we go higher here, even if we go higher and match the targets for this being an irregular wave to the upside, corrective move to the upside. So that means we're correcting this move, but it would be a flat correction here, and that would be then the ABC. Okay, it's very, very, very very hard to really say how this is developing or how this will play out, but I try to give you all these scenarios which could work or could play out at the moment technically. Okay, on the technical side from Elliott, and that's why I bring them all on the chart for you. Okay, so at the moment we have three scenarios. We don't know which one is at the moment playing out. Watch our swing high here. A break above that invalidates our triangle scenario. Okay, that's invalidated then. And then I would first of all watch for the irregular target here, which I provided on the chart in the second scenario, with further downside continuation afterwards. Or we have the scenario which is now on the chart here, and we're looking for higher prices directly. Okay, so these scenarios I would watch, and really watch the swing high here, which is very important, and from then we have to take it step by step. Good guys, I think that's the short update. I just want to make you aware of the possibilities that the market could take here, and yeah, let's see how this is developing. I wish everybody a nice trading day, a nice weekend for now, because tomorrow is already Friday, and I wish you all the best and talk to you soon on my next update. Bye bye, ciao ciao.